See, what's beautiful about this time of year is that you could be like in the middle of the day and all of a sudden just decide, I'm gonna go for a run today. And you could just go. And it's wonderful. And it's gonna be like this for the next, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months, you know? It's pretty awesome. Here we are, one more day, chasing this 365 days of running with no days off. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you when I get back.
As you all know, we're in the second attempt now, but we're pushing hard. We've increased our speed. I'm averaging 11.35 minute miles. So I have shaved down quite a bit of time in my run. We're chasing 365 days without a day off. We're not gonna stop until we accomplish this goal. And that's the mentality that you have to have. And I wanna take this a little bit farther. Look, somebody said something to me and it's been resonating with me for a while. Somebody said to me, your mom is gone. They said this to me sometime after my mom passed. They said, I'm really sorry for your loss. Your mom's gone. The shitty thing is that they said this to me. They said, when my mom left, then I knew that nobody was coming to save you. It's a really shitty feeling, and you're gonna feel that periodically. Over the last 3 years, I have had to navigate through some difficult times, emotionally, physically, hell, even financially. But one thing that keeps resonating in my mind is I can sit there and dwell on all the excuses of all the reasons why my life has gotten somewhat complicated, or I could just simply remember that there's nobody coming to save me. And I chose to focus on the latter. And I think once you wrap your head around the idea that nobody in this world is here to save you, that nobody owes you any favors, that there's nobody that you can call and really lean on, your entire perception about your life changes. Your entire perception goes to this: I gotta do what I gotta do when I say I'm gonna do it, and I'm just gonna keep pushing until I get it done, no matter what, because in the end, if I don't get it done, nobody's coming here to save me. Nobody's coming here to help me. I have a handful of friends that I feel that if I call for help, if they could, they would. They will, if they could, you know? But I've also realized that that's really unfair. It's unfair to ever think, okay, I can lean on somebody. Because if you allow yourself to think that you can lean on somebody, then what ends up happening is that you're relying on them to step in, to help you. And in the end, nobody in this earth was created to help you achieve your happiness and your well-being. Somebody else shared a story with me one day. They were telling me about how the person they were dating was telling them how much they felt like their happiness was not like that person's concern. And I laughed at the response that the person shared with me, because they said, you know, in my response, I couldn't help but to make the response and say, well, you know, when my mom and my dad were creating me, I don't think they were creating me with the idea that they were putting me on this earth so that I can make you happy. I think they put me on this earth with the idea to make myself happy and then share my happiness with you. And it sounded like a really shitty answer, right? Like, really, wow, that's cold that you said that to someone. But you know, it's something that I think about from time to time, because I've always said that I'm not responsible for anyone. I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for being a good person. I'm responsible for sharing my life with someone. And in doing that, bringing maybe joy and some good feelings, and having a really strong connection with that person. But to hear it so bluntly, it sounds cold, right? It sounds cold. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to make myself happy and share that happiness with you. It sounds cold, but there's some truth to that. And I've had those thoughts today when I was running. I was thinking, why is this 365-day challenge so important to me? And the thing is, the 365-day challenge is important to me because I wanted to do something to improve myself, to build discipline in me, to maybe get in better shape so that I'm healthier. I want my heart to be healthier. I want to be able to live longer. I keep telling myself that I'm doing this because I want to be here longer so that I can support my daughter as long as I can in her life, to help her so that she can be completely stable by the time I leave. I don't want to leave my daughter and have her be unstable. I want to give her all the opportunities that I can give her so that she can become the very best person that she can become. I want to be here so that I can share my moments of joy and my moments of inspiration and my stupid, silly ideas with my partner in life, and share laughs and maybe share some of that happiness with her, and in return, maybe trigger some happy moments in her, So I couldn't help but to think about that today. Like, nobody's here to help me become a better person. Nobody's coming to save me from my weight gain. Nobody's coming to save me from whatever difficult challenges I'm navigating through. Nobody's coming to save me. The only person that had any kind of obligation to do anything for me was my mother and my father. And my mother's not here anymore. So that just tells you that, when you take ownership and responsibility of where you are, it kind of shifts the perspective. And the other thing is that, our parents are only responsible for us up to a certain point, because when we become adults, right, when we start becoming responsible for ourselves, it's really not, their role kind of shifts from being responsible for your actions to maybe just being your counselor. The person that maybe shares perspective and advice. But they're not responsible for your life anymore when you become an adult. You're responsible for your own decisions and what you do. And I think this is a lesson that it took me some time to put together, because it wasn't until my mom passed and I heard somebody say to me, nobody's coming to save you, and I hate that feeling, that I realized that nobody's coming to save me. I don't know what your 365-day challenge is. I don't know if you're doing a 365-day challenge. Maybe you're not. Maybe these videos inspire you to do one later. Or maybe they don't. But at very least, I think that my sharing my ideas with you maybe triggers some thoughts in your mind. And maybe it helps you shift some perspective for yourself. And maybe it helps you look at life from a different point. And maybe it wakes you up to fight, to push, to find the growth, to forge yourself and shape yourself into something more dynamic, something better. It helps you improve who you are. Because it's only through the struggle and through pain that we can achieve growth. It's only through the struggle that we can shape ourselves into what we want to become. It's only through the sacrifice, the no-quit attitude, that we can find bliss on the other side. We have to push through the fear of failure. We have to push through the fear of success. We have to push through the pain. We have to push through all the negative influences of people around you. We have to push through all of the crap so that we can find bliss on the other end. So that we can find who we are. So that we can be happy with who we we have become. I'll leave you with those thoughts. Enjoy the rest of your day. 365 days, one more day down.